Hi, everybody. Today we're going to see how I draw Billy Hargrove from Stranger Things. Okay, pencils first and then Sharpies. So if you want to watch the pencil portion of the video where I sketch the entire thing out, look in the description and you'll find a link that you can click on that will take you to the Sharpie portion of the video. I'll even include one for color. But for those of you that are going to stick around, I'm going to start off with a quick sketch for myself and get us going. Alright, here we go. Oh, Billy. Billy. So, trying to think of a good pose because, I mean, it was a request, and so that's why I'm doing it. But, no offense, there's nothing really spectacular about Billy, right? I mean, it's just a guy wearing clothes, And I mean, he's unique, and he's got his own look, sure. But what I mean by that, and I don't mean any kind of insult or anything, is what I mean by that is there's no weapons to draw, no special outfit or armor or anything like that. So, like I said, I don't mean to say he's boring. I just got to try to think of something fun to do with him. So, so we kind of give him some magic, make it come to life, So... yeah, I mean, I guess it's, it's a good challenge. It's a unique challenge that we're not going to have to draw superheroes all the time. And we're not going to, draw Space Rangers or, Star Wars people all the time. Lightsabers, I mean, sometimes it's regular people. And that's kind of cool because, I mean, that gives us a chance to, give it some attitude. And so that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to give him a certain pose, certain look. So he's got that Billy sense, that Billy attitude. Okay, so and I'm just gonna put him in his what do you call it? His tank top and blue jeans. Nothing too crazy. So basically, anatomy and material, and that's what we're going to be doing. Okay, and so the pose is working, so I'm going to add some detail now. And that's really what I like to do, is always make sure that the position... I'm starting to come up with the phrase, the 3 Ps. Positioning, I forgot what they were already. I'm going to have to go look it up. Positioning, pose, and persistence? No, I don't know. I can't remember what it is. I ruined the joke because I forgot what it is already. Okay, so let's see. Let's put this arm down. We'll put this hand out. Maybe we'll do like a claw, holding his power, because he does have, well, no spoilers in case you haven't seen it, but there is something specific about him that I'm going to try to capture. And I don't know why I just jumped to this hand after I just said he's got a claw and basically implied we're going to draw it, and then I started drawing over here. Don't know why, I just felt like doing it, I guess. But yeah, for the most part it's just going to be anatomy, because it's a tank top and blue jeans, so I'll try to do that. Do a little something different for the hand. We'll do that claw look, And it's good to practice different stuff, Like I said, we're not always going to be drawing rocket packs and lightsabers, It's going to be, every now and then, it's going to be normal stuff. But we get to try our hand at, a different style of perspective, like these fingers. So when you draw a hand like this looks right, this looks good, but when you're drawing like a foreshortened, it just looks like a stub. It's a challenge to get it to look right without looking like a nub. You know what I mean? Like here, you know, shading and all this stuff, but when you draw it, it's a whole different animal. It looks completely different, and you've got to figure out how to make it look convincing. Does that make sense? And so that's why it kind of helps to practice stuff like this. So it's good that we're not, you know, going crazy with what did I say, all the rocket ships and lightsabers and whatnot, because it's good to practice the regular stuff. You gotta get your anatomy down, you know. So yeah, so I think that's good for the pose. That's great. So now I need to just work on his look, and he's got that, you know, that mullet hair look, and so it shouldn't be too hard to capture. You know, we just got to draw. We just got to try to figure out the curls, you know, so it's not. There you go. I think I just got it. So it's not cartoonish, but kind of is, you know. So that's part of it. Okay, so let's draw a face here. And also, I'm not going to draw his mustache. He's got some thick eyebrows, and we'll do that. But his mustache, I think it's very, very stylized. That it needs to be colored in. Like it's very specific. And I talk about this a lot with my Sharpies, that sometimes you got to figure out what it is you're going to draw and what it is you're not going to draw, because Sharpies are very, they scream at you a lot, you know, and you got to figure out how to be subtle, what is going to be colored and what's not, and what's going to be inked in, basically is what I'm trying to say, because not everything needs to be a solid black line. It's basically what I'm trying to say. Alright, and so the eyes need to be balanced out a little bit more, and I think we can get going. And there we go, because I want to do like his mustache and whatnot, but I think that'll look better with color, so I'm not going to worry about that. Alright, I say we switch over. There we go. Perfect. All right. Or, not perfect. That's braggy. That's braggy. I'm happy with where he is. So, I'm going to erase some of these sketch lines. And I'll leave myself a small ghost of an image to draw. But I want the pencil to disappear, and I want the Sharpie to stand out. So I'm just going to erase a lot of these sketch lines so the Sharpie will jump out and not the pencil lines. Okay, I think that's good enough right there. I can still see enough to guide me, and enough has disappeared that it won't stand out. So let's welcome everybody that skipped to this portion of the video and get going. Alright, welcome skippers, welcome to the Sharpie portion of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe because I do a different drawing every day. You can join along and have some fun. I'm going to be using a Sharpie fine point and a Sharpie pen, mostly the fine point, but the pen's a little finer than the fine point and can find things that a fine point can't quite find. So, I've sketched the entire thing out. I've erased a majority of it, but I've got a small ghost of an image that I could use to guide me. So I'm going to get going with this drawing and start off with the Sharpie pen because I control the line widths much better. and start off with his eyes. Now, I've got his hair dangling a little bit into his eyes, so this is going to be odd, but I'm going to start with that first. So, like this. Now, the reason I did that is because I'm drawing his eyes like this. There's the top of the eyelid, but this one is going to be kind of covered up a little bit like that. So, the other part is right there, and I can put his retina underneath it, like this, and that'll just let me place what I'm the place. Let me place everything correctly according to the way I sketched it out. So I'm going to draw a little bit of the eyes going in like this, just to signify where the eye goes in. But I don't want to draw that underside. I want color to take care of that. Now, he's got some thick eyebrows, so I'm going to go ahead and color them in pretty thick to give us that, okay? But you see a piece of hair going over that eye, so I'm not going to draw that much over it. And so I'm just going to draw a little bit of the nose like this and come down for the nostrils like that. And we'll give him like a little bit of a mouth, but I was talking about this in the sketch that I'm not going to draw his mustache. I want to, but I think color should take care of that. So for now, I'm just going to draw his mouth kind of open like this. Okay, give him a little bit of an underlip, and again, color will take care of the little divot in his hair, you know, and his little beardy beard. And that's all I'm going to do there. So, like I said, I want to do a lot more to make it really look like him, but color is really going to help out. So, I'm just going to build on this, draw his chin, and then his jawline. And I'm going to start to thicken it up as I go, too, because when I switch over to this Sharpie, it's going to be a lot different as far as line widths. So, I'm kind of preparing for that. Okay, so then I'm going to go up to his ear, but let's see, I'm going to draw his hair like that, but his ear is going to be covered up by his hair. So now I'm going to start playing around with the hair and draw some of his curly curls and lockety locks. So I was talking about this in the sketch too, that he's got such unique curly hair that it's hard. Or no, the idea is not hard. The idea is that we're going to try to capture that look without getting too cartoonish, but still, you know, representing his Goldilocks. Okay, so now I can draw this part of the ear. Let's come up here and draw this. Again, it's kind of covered up by the hair, so that's all we're really going to see. And play around with some curly locks. And he's got quite a bit, so we're just gonna, you know, play around with some hairlines. But I gotta leave a little bit of room for color, so I gotta not go too crazy. And like I was saying there, I'm thickening up some of these lines to get ready for what's about to happen with the Sharpie, the big fat Sharpie. Okay, so let's see, it's going to come down here. I'm going to draw his neck. It's going to have some curls in it, because he's got kind of a mullet, right? Okay. Alright, so let's do the same thing with the other side. You know, just draw a bunch of curls. And bring it in. Alright. Yeah, I like that. I can live with that. Again, once we color in his little beard, it's going to make more sense. It's going to look more like him. So for now, that's where we're going. So I've got him just with his arms out this way. You know, there's kind of one's in a fist, one's kind of out like that. I got his shoulders kind of little lopsided. Like this one's raised a little bit, this one's down. So this shoulder's going in like this. And he's just wearing his tank top, so I'm just, I'll close this off in a second. I'm just going to go ahead and draw anatomy, basically. So I'm just following my lines that I've sketched. I'm not just drawing willy-nilly. I actually planned this out, but I just wanted to show you where we're going with this, the angle I have him at. So kind of a little, what do you call it? Raised shoulder look is what I was going for. So I was trying to show you that. Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to give him some neck muscles here real fast just to kind of show that it's skin, you know. And let's do this arm so we can see where we are, okay? There's the elbow, forearm into the wrist, and I'll go ahead and draw down his pants so you can see where we are. So I'm going to draw his shirt like this, and I'll draw the actual lines with this Sharpie so it'll stand out a little bit more. So we'll go ahead and draw, yeah, let's go ahead and finish this up since we're here. So this hand I have just in a fist like that. So I'm going to bring the thumb in, and the fingers, just bear with me. I'll add some specific detail in a second. I just wanted to try to draw the outline of it so we can come back in and add those details, but I just want to show you the shape of the hand, and we will kind of clean it up a little bit here with the smaller Sharpie. Alright, so okay, that'll work. Let's see. Okay, and so yeah, so let me add the undershirt that he wears. That. We'll go ahead and see if I can add another line to it. Like that. It's no big deal if it falls in like that. It happens, you know? So, I'm not too worried about it. Okay. Alright, so let's do this other side over here. So, I'm going to have his, I should do his shirt to give us a guideline. Like that. We'll just kind of give it a bump like that's where it is. Okay. Hey, let's draw his pecs while we're at it. Let's give him some strong muscular pecs. Right? There we go. That'll kind of give him some strength. Looks like he's got boobs, but hey, you know what? That's how the drawings go sometimes. So I'm gonna basically draw the other side like that. Let's see. So that's gonna give us his forearm, or sorry, his bicep to his forearm, the wrist. So we can draw the underside like that to the elbow, to the wrist. And so same thing this one. Okay, no, not same thing, sorry. This one I'm going to do more of like a claw like this, kind of like, you know, it's under stress. And I was talking about this in the sketch. It's good to try different stuff like this sometimes. So I've sketched it out, so I'm pretty much just going to follow my drawing. I've got the thumb tucked under. Same thing, I've got these fingers kind of tucked under. I know this looks kind of weird, but just hear me out. And watch what happens when we add the extra details. So, sometimes, I was talking about this, sometimes when you see a hand like this, oh, that makes sense, the shadow shows and all this stuff, but when you draw something like that, this looks like a nub, that looks like a nub, you kind of have to go back and fix it a little bit, or at least, you know, define a few things, really. Not so much fix it as defining. Like where the digits are and why it's all bent in like that, you know? So there you go. It's without fingernails. I mean, that's something too tiny to do with these Sharpies. Without fingernails, you just play around with stuff like that, and that'll kind of help you define how the fingers are bent in. Okay, we'll go ahead and give him a few muscles to show that he's not wearing a shirt. He's kind of muscular and showing off, right? All right, so all we got to do is pretty much just draw his pants. So I just got his shirt just tucked in. I don't think he's wearing a belt. I can't see in this picture. So I'm just going to go with pants tucked in. And because it's an undershirt, I'm going to do a few lines like that to show that it's cloth. All right, so we're just drawing jeans. So I'm just going to draw his leg like I've sketched. And the pants are going to be over his boot. I guess I could do the other side. I'm going to do a belt loop. So like I said, I pretty much sketched it out so I know how I was going to have the pants laying. So that's why I'm just kind of drawing randomly and not worrying too much about the way it looks, because I already know the way it looks. I sketched it out. Alright, and let's just go ahead and draw the shoes and then we'll add some detail. Okay. Alright, so now I'm going to come back with this Sharpie and add some extra detail. So he's got jeans on, so we'll say that's a belt loop. Got a belt loop there, belt loop there, one there, and one there. Pants are buttoned right there. And I can add just some pant creases like this. Something like that. And let's see, I did a few like this. Okay, so I say we take care of the rest with color. Nope, not yet. Let's add something for the boots. That. It's all going to be black anyway. So there. Now I say, let's take care of the rest with color. So that is Billy Hargrove from Stranger Things. So here is my colored version. You could do it however you like. I just thought I'd show you how I decided to color it. If you'd like to color it like this, you can always pause the video here and use the coloring techniques that I used. Or you can just make it your own. Remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures of how I draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button to be updated about each new video.